What's going on, guys? I'm back here with some battles from the Fall Classic 2018. This is the second round lower bracket match between Hunnic and NCR Ranger. We'll have both games here. The first game was Epirus versus Carthage, and I think NCR Ranger chose Carthage here, so Hunnic, aka CPU2, will be playing Epirus, so let's get right into it. We can see a fairly interesting build here. I mean, Hunnic's gone very cavalry heavy here, but having actually played against this army personally, it can be quite effective. These Aspis companion calves are literally tanks. They don't die to anything pretty much. So if they get engaged, and they kill infantry so well because they're just super heavy, or I guess very heavy, but and look at the melee attack, look at the weapon damage. 105 health, 70 morale, so very tanky. He's also got 4 Thessalians and a Hellenic World Cav, so very cav heavy, and he's also got 3 archers in the back here who can just like snipe enemy cav and enemy elite units. So going over his army in its entirety, we have looks like 3 militia hoplites up in the front here, 4 Illyrian levies, 2 Italian swords, then the 3 Aspis companions, 4 Thessalians, 1 Hellenic Royal Cav. He's got 2nd Wind General, Strategist General, and 3 archers. Now for NCR Ranger here, we have a pretty standard Carthage build, I would say. He's gone for 3 Balearic Slingers, and these guys are going to be really annoying. But the problem with 3 Balearic Slingers is quite a heavy investment, and with so much cav on the field for Hunnic, he probably will be able to catch these Balearic Slingers. I mean, that should be one of his goals, because that's, 1,800 denarii down the drain, so it will be quite difficult for NCR to protect his Slingers, but he does have a formidable infantry force, and obviously his infantry will be greatly superior here. So on the flank we see 1 noble fighter, 2 noble fighters here, 1 on each flank. We got a couple of Italian swords as well. We'll match up with the first Italian swords, of course. Looks like a Samnite, another Samnite over here. So 2 Samnites, 2 noble swords, 2 Italian swords, 4 late Libyan hoplites, probably, or all of them, yeah. 4 late Libyan hoplites, and 1 late Carthaginian hoplite here. And again, nothing really to oppose his infantry, so he needs to quickly eliminate the infantry of Epirus, and then he can start focus on just tying down the cav and then bringing his infantry in. And with so many spears on the field, these guys do have 30 bonus versus large, so they're going to be quite dangerous to the cav. And again, his slingers will be able to kind of snipe the enemy cav, and if he gets rid of a couple of cav, then his own cav, he does have 4 Carthaginian cav and General's bodyguard here with also strategist, will be enough to win this battle, because there will be no infantry support for the cav to be able to pull out, and they will just take massive losses. But if he doesn't kill the infantry fast enough, and these Aspis companions get around the flank, he starts killing the enemy cav, that's really what Hunnic wants to do here. He wants to get rid of the enemy cav as fast as he can, before his infantry is like super defeated. Like, of course they're going to die very fast, but if he can get the enemy cav engaged, they will die very quickly to the superior cav of Epirus, and then in infantry and cavalry, infantry versus cavalry endgame, it will be very, very favorable for Carthage, or for Epirus, sorry, with all the cav. So I think it will be difficult, though. I really think that as long as NCR Ranger kind of like baits his slingers a little bit and forces them to charge into the slingers and countercharge with his cav, gets some support with his infantry, especially his late Libyans, he'll be in a very good situation. Nice start going into phalanx here, because now these Thessalians are really going to do nothing here. Like, look, if we look in, they do get, oh, okay, well, they do get quite a bit of damage, but look, not many men are falling over because of the extra bracing from phalanx, and this is a clean charge. These Aspis companions should do great damage, but again, not falling over, and that's going to allow them to get more hits. He will then fall up with militia hoplites, but okay, so these Italian swords won't get a charge, but these are militia hoplites. They're not going to do anything here. And look, Thessalians lost 15 men. Aspis companions already losing a few men. Obviously, they have so much health, they're not going to really die so quickly. Getting a nice charge with this Carthaginian cav. Gonna kill off another 15, so already so many Thessalians dying. And now his slingers will be focusing the cav. So NCR Ranger is playing this pretty perfectly so far. We'll want to move around his flank here probably, or fall back depending, because he doesn't have much cav support there. Like, I think this would be a good idea for Hunnic there, because there's no cav support on this flank. But look, all of his cavs still fine, all of his slingers still alive. And these archers are firing into the blob, but the cav is still alive, and that's the crucial thing, and he's already lost a lot of cav. And you can see the slingers doing their deadly work there. This Thessalian's at half strength. This one's full. Lost 15 men there. And over here, this Aspis Companion is full, but Aspis Companion not really the best units to fight against cav, since They don't have spears, obviously. Nice damage here, and yeah, look at this nice double hoplite line. And now the Sandknights charge in. These Thessalians were so weak for HP, the Noble Fighters just cooked them, and the Slingers got nice fire. These Aspis companions will not be doing well here. No, without spears and with infantry support, it will be very difficult. 2 Aspis are now committed, but the Aspis really don't need to be here. I think the problem for Hunnic right now is that his Shock Cav is fighting the infantry, and his Aspis are fighting the Cav. Like, okay, normally this is not so bad, because, okay, Shock Cav will be doing good damage to infantry, but the problem is here, Aspis just really kind of aren't the unit you want to fight against these Carthaginian Cav. Thessalian Cav will wreck, absolutely wreck the Carthaginian Cav, and these Aspis would be so useful getting these rear charges. He is going to get one here, it looks like. Oh no, he just pulled back. He probably should have just charged him, but didn't. Obviously now Thessalian's trying to go for the Slingers, but NCR Ranger very aware. Just charges in this Carthaginian Cav. It will die, but there's a second Carthaginian Cav here with Battle Rhythm. Or no, Diamond. Interesting. Probably trying to avoid charge. At 60 men, so this general is going to get focused down. Probably NCR Ranger should be firing. Oh, he is. Okay, so good job from NCR Ranger. You want to kill off these general units, because now let's look at the situation. We have 2 Aspis companions and 1 full Thessalian. This Aspis companion is dead. This Thessalian is dead. His general's going to die here. And the archers. So his infantry is slowly but surely dying, of course, as we would expect. But there's simply not enough cav, I think, left on the field right now. Hunnic actually did manage to pull his general out here. Well done. He had this, and he will actually get a nice charge here. So maybe this cav will die. If he can win this fight, but yeah, these late Libyans come in so good. And now these Aspis will get a clean charge. Okay, so these Aspis companions at 60 men will easily win. Though those javelins will be kind of annoying. They didn't really seem like that many hit though. Now, NCR is going for the archers. Probably not necessary at this point. The archers will die here to your Slingers eventually. But again, the Slingers are still focusing the cav, and they're getting so many kills, and the HP on these Thessalians has got to be pretty low at this point. He has 2 free units here flanking around, and simply, I think Hunnic wasn't, and he has more Slingers back here, another cav unit. So Hunnic will be losing, NCR Ranger will win, and I think crucially, just the fact of the matter was, there wasn't enough flanking action. So much of the cav was like sitting here the whole battle, trying to slip through these gaps instead of getting around the flank. But even when they got around the flank, those Aspis companions, there was just too much infantry, because even his cheap infantry, these Italian swords, with a little support from like 1 Noble Fighter and a Samnite, were enough to beat all of Hunnic's infantry. So he had like 2 or 3 infantry on the flank, just ready to support the cav fight, and Hunnic didn't have enough cav to like keep flanking around, so that there wasn't enough cav for Carthage to deal with them. And then these Slingers just went to town, started sniping everything, and that was game. So, with all said and done here, we have a Thessalian, 1 Aspis, 2 Aspis, it looks like, and small Aspis here and the general, which is very weak, and 3 archers against all of the infantry, all the Slingers, and some very weak, to be fair, it's very weak cav. But if he just killed the cav, if he just killed all this cav, he would probably win. Now, of course, Hunnic is forced to go after the Slingers, but look, the Slingers are just focusing the Aspis companions. At this point, all the units are so weak. Nice shot from NCR, he's going to go into Diamond here. Gets Battle Rhythm, okay, these cav are dead, but it forces, like, he didn't even get the charge there, so he wants to get to the Slingers at this point, Hunnic. If he gets to the Slingers and kills the cav, he wins, actually, even at this point, because his infantry is actually not so healthy. 64, 49, right? Okay, this Samnite is pretty healthy, but the thing is, he's forced to charge this cav, and then even if you get a charge here, these cav just survive just long enough for these Slingers to focus, and they will kill the Thessalians very quickly. The Aspis won't kill the enemy cav quickly, so they will also get sniped down from the Slingers. So now all that's left is really the archers, and while normally the 3 archers could probably be a really big threat, with these 3 Balearic Slingers on the field, of course archers will be doing nothing, so. But actually, when it comes down to it, you can see the battle was quite close. That cheap infantry did a lot of damage to the Carthaginian infantry, and if he was able to keep a couple more cav alive, he would have been in a good position to actually win. So it actually was a very close battle. We can see the Balearic Slingers were just king in this battle. They were untouched the entire time, so of course they were going to do quite well, and they really paid off, sniping a lot of enemy cav. All the infantry, of course, as you'd expect, did really good. Samnites were actually engaged with cav most of the time, not really where you want to see them because they're low attack. They will live, obviously, but they won't really get that many kills. But they did do a good job of helping against the Aspis companions, and just making sure that his own Carthaginian cav didn't die so quickly. Carthaginian cav didn't get that many kills, but they were just blobbing down enemy cav the entire battle. And all the javelins from these units really did quite a number, especially when they first charged into those Libyan hoplites. They didn't really do anything, and they just lost so much HP that the slingers, like once the units are low HP, the slingers just massacre them. So NCR Ranger wins game 1, and let's go on to game 2. They played the reverse, so now Hunnic will play Carthage and NCR Ranger will play Epirus. And again, Hunnic is trying this high cav army, but with Carthage, I think it is much better because Carthage will have the advantage of these very cheap Gallic warriors who will do more damage than the Illyrian levies of Epirus. So, quickly going to the army, we have 4 Gallic warriors, 2 Italian swords here, 3 Libyans, and 1 Libyan there, and then 2 Balearic slingers, so very powerful slingers this time, who will be annoying as fuck in the late game, and very dangerous, because okay, in the late game, if these slingers are off the field, these Balearics can do a lot of damage, especially in conjunction with Cav, so that's definitely a good idea. And then for Cav, we have 2 Mercenary Companion Cav, and 4 Noble Cav, so Noble Cav are like the kind of eternally shitty shock Cav. No one really likes them, but in great numbers and with such a great Cav superiority, it will be possible for the Noble Cav to shine if they can kind of get good charges. The problem here, though, is that these Thessalians are much more cost effective. Quickly going over the build for Frontier Ranger, we have 2 Tarentines on the flanks. These guys could be annoying getting javelins on these companion Cavs, so that's definitely an idea. 3 slingers here, 3 pikes, so NCR Ranger going with the pikes. We know that he loves to take them, so he's quite good with them. So, and these guys will be very annoying because these Gallic warriors and Chalk Cav will not be able to touch them from the front. So he's going to be forced to like flank around more, and it'll cause all sorts of problems, I think. So it's like 3 Samnites, of course, quite a strong unit here, and again, not many strong units on the field for Carthage. Obviously, in conjunction, these Gallics and Italians can do quite well, but yeah, these Samnites by themselves are quite good, and 3 Italian swords as well, so this infantry advantage is clearly for NCR Ranger. We have a Thurio Spear, 2 Thurio Spears, and a perfect choice for this battle, because the extra javelins, they will be able to do a lot of damage to these Cav, especially the Noble Cav, of course. And then for Hellenic World Cav Gen, 2 Thessalians and 1 Italian Cav. So, very weak Cav though, and again, that will be troublesome, I think. This Italian sword is venturing very far forward here. The rest of his line, not so much. Oh, I also forgot, there's a Carthaginian Cav on the field as well, and this is actually quite a good choice, I think. If he just like uses it to flank around and kill slingers, while his heavy Cav does the real work, I think that could be quite a good tactic, actually, because, okay, this Carthaginian Cav will not be really good against Thessalians, Italians, anything else, but against, they will be faster than these Cav, and they can do good damage killing slingers, and, yeah. So, Hunnic is already trying to surround. This is fine, because you, of course, know that he's not going to commit Cav and NCR Ranger to kill a late Libyan, because then you would get countercharge, and all these infantry support would be in time. Over here, though, I would just charge this Libyan hoplite to be honest. You won't lose any men there with the Tarentine. But okay, it plays it safe. No worries. NCR Ranger is letting Hunnic turn this flank, though. Gets an immediate charge with these companions, but nice job from the Thurio Spears, getting some javelins. Samnites lose 12 men on the charge. That just shows you the power of the companion Cav, man. 12 men killed of a Samnite on their first charge. Not really sure about using the Thurio Spears here. You want to save it for the Cav. Nice charge though, blocking the charge of these Italian swords, but then the general did take a lot of damage here, and both his companions are here, and these Thurio Spears are getting the best shots of their life. You'll never see the Thurio Spears get any better shots than this. I think Hunnic will break this unit of I can't actually tell what it is, Italian swords very quickly. He is sending in reserves though, and his general lost 15 men in NCR Rangers. This is probably a very favorable engagement, but the problem is like so many, well, okay, not many companions actually died, but their HP is going to be very low. Slingers, of course, will start to focus anything, pretty much. And you can already see there's so many Libyans dying here. That's just going to allow these pikes, like, free reign. Nothing, the late Libyans will be perfect to, like, kind of hold them in place. So now he does recycle here, but, again, lost a lot of companion Cav here. I'm not sure if it was worth it, but now this is a perfect charge here for his Noble Cav and companions. Really should get in there. Sam Knights, of course, will be doing quite well, but they were the ones that took that early charge, so they have low HP here. The Gallic Warriors get 31 kills, so okay, that's quite good. But probably some on this previous spear as well. No, actually, because this Gallic Warrior also has 30. So, great kills from the Gallic Warriors, but they will eventually lose to the Sandman, of course, even with that earlier charge. Terrantines get caught for a second there. They will be able to pull back, though. And now these Sandknights should be killed. It must be killed off, but he needs to get better charges. His Noble Cav, not really getting good charges. This is his General as well, so he needs to be careful. Now the Aspis Companions do get charged, and with these, great work from NCR Ranger, though, with these Terrantine Cav right here, they will just get so many nice javelins, and this Aspis Companion is dead, or I call it Aspis Companion, but it is actually a Companion Cav, of course, pretty much the same unit, though. This Semi is getting kind of fucked there, but it will eventually win, and it only is yellow morale because of the attack from the rear. Noble Cav Knight getting some nice charge, killing off a lot more Sandmates, and the Pikes right now not so effective except for right here. Right here they're doing great damage. They probably won. Only 11 kills. Because these Italian swords are so far out in front, he should just pull them back though. If he pulls them back, then the Gallic Warriors run into the Pikes. Nice job though here, killing off so many. This is like, to be fair though, to be quite honest though, it's something that basically has to be done. You have to kill off the Cav, and if you kill off this Cav, there's literally no Cav left on the field except for the Terrantines. And then when they run out of ammo, they're pretty much useless. So he is sacrificing some Cav, but then again, he has Noble Cav in reserve. He has this Carthaginian Cav in reserve who did kill off an Italian Cav. I totally missed that, but yeah, they killed off the Italian Cav back there. Now they're going to go for the General, but the Hunnic World Cav will win that. Probably should have just ran away and see if NCR Ranger's Micro is on point. So he will kill pretty much all the Cav. He needs these Balearic Slingers. These Balearic Slingers need to focus the shit out of any Cav that's nearby. That would be so helpful. Now the Terrantines charge in there, just to get the Slingers in. That's totally valid. Like, there's not really enough Cav. Like, where are the Aspis Companions? They all died, bro. They all, literally all died. All of the Aspis Companions. He's gonna chase after the Slingers, that's definitely valid, and this Terrantine is dying quickly. Balearics are obviously very healthy. They haven't used any ammo. They have probably 95% ammo right now. But the real problem is there's one Noble Cav here, and this Noble Cav here, you probably should go for the Pikes here. And they get javelins. Oh, that's a deadly javelin volley there. 30 kills from the Samnites there. And now he's gonna try to go for the Pikes, which will be good. But look at these Gallic Warriors. They're totally fucked there. And he needs this infantry. 3 Gallic Warriors in the late game that could be crucial to kill like the last Samnite or something. Because look what's left on the field. It's actually quite a close game. If he had like pulled out here and flanked these Pikes or something, he could probably win. Because left on the field, the Balearics with all full ammo, 100% ammo. The General at full strength, pretty much. This Noble Cav, which, okay, is going to die, and this Noble Cav is dead as well. But this one Noble Cav General at full strength could easily, there's nothing left on the field, pretty much, except the Pikes. And, okay, the 30 spears, but they don't have ammo. This one Sandmite will be annoying, and we already saw it use shells and deadly effect. This is probably not the best charge, and yeah, Hunnic does realize that. But the real problem was he used these Gallics just, like, really whack, and it really screwed this entire fight, because these Pikes just got so many kills here. 102 kills on the Gallic Warriors. They can't do anything back, and that's the crucial factor in the battle there. Only one Slinger left on the field. I think one did route, yeah. The General, I'm not sure if he's... Oh, General did die. That probably is why the Slinger routed as well with 55 men. But this is definitely not over. I think if Hunnic now wants to focus down this blob here, and this Samnite Warrior is going to get a rear charge here. By both the Noble Cav and probably this Italian, yeah. Oh, they don't really get a... Oh, no, they... Okay, yeah, they do get a good charge. Get the javelin rolling. Nice javelins there. Gonna hurt the Sandmites, but the Gallics are just so weak after fighting those Pikes for so long. These Pikes, these Slingers must get their Slinger volleys into here. They have full ammo, remember, so they're definitely still a threat. And the General here is obviously needed to protect the Slingers here. This Terrantine will be annoying. The Slinger definitely has ammo still, and the General is pretty weak. This Gallic, I guess Hunnic's trying to save it, but unless these Slingers can just go ham right now, I'm not really sure about the HP on these units. I believe the Pikes are probably still pretty high, but of course, Slingers will mess with Pikes pretty quickly. So if as long as he just fires in this blob until his infantry dies, he has a chance. It's not a great chance though. This Terrantine couldn't easily, if left unchecked of course, will easily kill both Slingers, so this Noble Cav, which would like to be charging around here, will be needed to protect the Slingers. And now we go into a kiting endgame here. But there are 3 Pikes, there is a Samnite, there's a Spear, there's a Slinger with ammo, which can counter, of course, these Balearic Slingers. Terrantine and the General here, well, the General's unit, of course the General is dead. against only a small Gallic with 2 slingers with full ammo. That's fair, it's full ammo, so we'll be able to snipe these guys quite quickly, but there's so much left on the field. We'll fast forward here. See the slingers getting some nice shots. They're against me to pesky, because Hunnic doesn't really want to waste his ammo on the slingers. Now, of course, falling back, his Gallic warriors were going to get caught there, though. Yeah, so his Gallic warriors are dead. They were just too tired, I think, to chase. Keeping his general far back, because he knows this unit will be helpful in the late game to charge into this. And then get into the slingers here, but Hunnic will fall back. Noble Cav here is going to die. Now he's going to just commit for the slingers. He will die here. All of it is Noble Cav is in time to save. And yeah, these pikes aren't going to even get there in time. So now we come into the end game here. 2 Valerics and the Noble Cav against 3 pikes, 1 Samnite, 1 Third and a Slinger. This is practically impossible. But of course, no point in not trying. So the real problem is only 2. You can only get 2 angles with your slingers, and one of the angles is going to get countered by the actual slinger here from Epirus. I really think if I would try to, yeah, okay, so he's going to snipe the Noble Cav there. You can't even get close to the slinger Cav. And so a lot of problems there. Nice job using the forest here to anchor his flank. Will make it kind of hard to kill anything in the forest here. And yeah, these slingers are going to be really pesky. Shooting into the shielded side, they're not going to do too much damage. And these slingers can just, yeah, look, getting nice shots, killing Valeric slingers. And he doesn't want to waste time fighting these slingers, because if he does, okay, now I just push forward, I push your slingers back, I'm getting rear shots, so it's quite a difficult task for Hunnic here. So, just trying to reposition. I think he should probably try to get his general around the flank or something. Force these guys to look, because there's no javelins left on any of these units, probably. I mean, if there are, you can basically say GG anyway. So probably get your general around the flank, try to go for these slingers, just try to run through, kill the slingers, and then you can kind of, he'll be forced to box, or chase, but that wouldn't really be helpful. Just prolong it, but it's pretty much impossible. NCR Ranger is never going to let his slingers get caught by the Cav. Hunnic is trying to do this flanking maneuver, but his slingers are being pushed back. They don't want to waste their ammo, and they really can't afford to waste their ammo on this slinger unit. Nicely keeping a surround for his slingers. Never going to get there with this Noble Cav. You know, just trying to reposition again. Valeric slingers can't even fire because they're just going to get shot. These slingers will get nice shots here, but nice job pushing them back with the pikes, no problem. Tries to use quick reload, but they do get caught here. And these guys are all fresh, so actually, well, okay, these Valeric slingers are escaping, but now they're tired, exhausted even, and these fresh throw spears will be able to catch them eventually. You can see that they are catching up here, slowly but surely. And yeah, they're catching up, and okay, so now it's GG with this slinger is dead. No point. So NCR Ranger will win the series 2-0. Was a great series. I think this Cav heavy armies were very interesting and could have been effective, especially in game 1. I think there was a real chance for Hunnic to actually pull it off here. It was more countered, I would say, by NCR Ranger. He maybe knew it was coming. These Stereo Spears, all the Samnites, the pikes were deadly, the slingers were focusing the enemy Cav. So once you know it's coming, it's not going to be as effective. The Tarentines did so much damage to his companions when they got into a fight with those Thessalians in the back line. And you can see the Gallic warriors were a good choice, but they ended up fighting pikes so much, and he didn't have the micro to get them out of there, because he was just having to micro so much Cav all around the battlefield. So those Gallic warriors kind of were sacrificed. These Libyan hoplites just weren't able to do much of anything. You would have hoped for them to get into the Cav fight, right? Get into the Cav fight and do the damage against the enemy Cav for you, but in the end, the Cav didn't even do so good. Only this one Thessalian can really be said to do anything. But the key was it tied down the enemy Cav for Carthage, and then all the support units for Epirus just fired their javelins, fired their slingers, and the Cav was just not healthy enough. You can see these companions just did really nothing. Noble Cav did quite good, but in the end it wasn't enough. So GG to both players, well played. NCR Ranger will move on, and see you guys next time.